Assalamualaikum, me myself Alia Fakia binti Sirajuddin and my partner Nurfatin Nazra binti Zakaria will present about Mudharabah contract. So what is Mudharabah contract? It is a kind of partnership where one partner gives capital to the other party that provides skills, efforts and level to carry out any purpose of investment or business. So the party which provide the finance is called the Robumal, which is capital provider, whereas the other party which manage the capital provided by the Robumal for a purpose of investment or business is called the Mudharib, which is manager or entrepreneur. So only Robumal will bear the loss, but Mudharib will only waste time, efforts and skill if the business suffers a loss. Next is legality of Mudharabah. Mudharabah is very legal contract based on evidence from Quran, Sunnah and Ijma or Qiyas. As for Qiyas, some Muslim scholars provided analogies about the validity of Musaka, which is an agriculture partnership in which the owner of an orchard turns over a specific number of fruit-bearing trees to others who will then in exchange for a specific portion. Therefore, they claim the Mudharabah and Musaka are needed. Next, there are several verses of the Quran that indicate the legality of Mudharabah, such as "and others who travel in the land seeking of the bounty of Allah." This not directly address the legality of Mudharabah. They have been interpreted to include those who travel for the purpose of trading and seeking permissible income. Other than that, proof on the legality of Mudharabah from the Sunnah is the act of the Prophet ﷺ who used to work as a Mudharib for Khadijah before they got married. Next, there are two types of Mudharabah. First is Mudharabah Mutlaqah, which is unrestricted Mudharabah. It is a contract when Mudharib conducts a Mudharabah fund without restriction on the type of work to be done, location, time and method of payment. Mudharib has a wide range of trade or business freedom of trust and expertise he has acquired. The second one is Mudharabah Muqayyadah, which is restricted Mudharabah. It is a contract when Robumal impose specific restriction on Mudharabah terms and conditions such as type of investment, location, commingling of funds as the Robumal considers appropriate but not in a manner that would unduly constrain the Mudharib in his operation.
The next is about salient features of Mudharabah account. Based on the diagram, the customer placed an investment of 1,000 in Mudharabah unrestricted investment account, and then the customer and bank mutually agree on the profit sharing ratio. The bank then will invest the fund in Sharia compliant investment activities without any restriction from the customer on management of the fund. And if the investment generate profit, both parties will share the profit based on the profit sharing ratio. And if loss, the customer shall bear the financial loss, and the bank will only be financially liable if the loss is due to misconduct and any negligence. Next, I will proceed with the key rules and conditions about the Mudharabah contract. Okay, the first condition is related to Mudharabah capital, whereby the capital must be in form of cash, and immovable or movable asset cannot serve as capital due to there is a gharar in the value that will lead to uncertainty in calculation of profit. And another opinion from some scholar is capital cannot be in terms of cash only, and the value of property must be determined and agreed on the day the contract is concluded. And lastly, capital must be present during the conclusion of the contract and determined in its value and be delivered to the Mudharib. Next is condition related to Mudharabah profit, whereby mechanism for distribute profit must be clear to eliminate uncertainty and any possibility of dispute, and the profit must be on agreed percentage, and the parties should agree with the profit distribution ratio. And although the ratio of profit must be fixed upfront, but it can always be structured on different tiers as long as it is done with mutual consent. And lastly, Mudharib cannot claim any remuneration for the work done by him, but it is permissible to construct a separate agreement by assigning one party to perform for a fee. Lastly is about termination of Mudharabah contract. Okay, before the start of Mudharabah work, the contract is regarded as non-binding contract and can be terminated by either two parties by giving notice to the other party. But once the Mudharabah work has started, there are different views from Muslim scholars on whether the contract can be terminated by one party without the consent of the other party. The first one is, the majority of Muslim scholars state that the contract can be terminated based on the fact that it is non-binding contract. However, Imam Malik viewed that it can only be terminated with the mutual consent of the contracting parties.